Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have a bunch of stuff all surrounding me that I need to start making videos on. I have the Urban Decay collection, I have the Smoke Sessions palette, I have the Jeffree Star setting powder and concealers, some stuff from Milani, some Juno sponges. I just have a ton of stuff that I want to start filming on, so I'm going to try to break it down into sections today and get some filming done. So now I'll just put them up throughout the weekend or whatever, maybe next week. But anyway, I filmed a first impression full look with my Blue Blood palette yesterday and my Jeffree Star stuff and the Milani stuff I got, but yeah, it got deleted. So if you want to see how the whole look came out, you can go look on Instagram. I did put pictures up, but yeah, it was a rough day yesterday, but we're gonna try again today. So, yep, without further ado, let me my small disclaimer. I do have a special needs child. You'll hear him in the background clapping his hands and making noise. He's jealous of anyone or anything that takes my attention from him. But we still have fun, so stick around and we'll get into this Jeffree Star stuff. Okay, so I did get this little 4-piece set of the Juno sponges. It came with a little cleaner that I'm curious to try, because we all know the beauty blender one, the black one that I have. Oh god, I think it's like 40 bucks. Got me a little gimmicky sponge holder, which if I think actually works, I might get one for each sponge so that I am not just throwing them under my little mirror here. Okay, so it does say not to put the foundation straight on to, I'm going to use my L'Oreal 425 today. It says not to put it on to the beauty blender. To put it on the surface you want to put it on first, so that it doesn't cake up the product, I guess, which is weird, but okay. I'm gonna listen to you because you're the professional. Anywho, I'm using this L'Oreal foundation because it does match my skin the best out of all the foundations that I currently have. No mixing, no nothing. So we are giving the Jeffree Star concealer and setting powder its best chance to survive. So I think I'm going to try out this teardrop looking one. And yeah, just see how this blends out. It's not supposed to have a bunch of extra product sticking in it and collecting and yeah, causing you to waste the product, blah blah blah. We'll see if this is gimmicky or if this actually works. Yeah, seems to be blending out the foundation pretty good. And yeah, I actually think I might have used too much foundation because it's definitely going on with better coverage. Let me blend this out. Okay, so I'm going to say this is the best coverage I've ever got out of this L'Oreal foundation. So yeah, 100%. Now, two things. I didn't put primer on because I'm doing so good today. But that's good because yesterday I did wear my Hourglass veil with this concealer and setting spray from Jeffree Star. Welcome back to my channel. Doesn't he make fun do that? Anyway. So today we'll try them out with just foundation, and we'll try this foundation out and see how it wears without a primer. So that's going to be good, and I will update y'all on a future video. I like to do it that way because I'm not good with the whole editing thing. Anyway, so I have C2 and C6 here. I went to get C5 because I thought that would be the best for me, but it sold out pretty quick. I'm assuming because of the whole thievery thing. But so I ended up with C6, and in a panic later on that night, I was like, maybe I should get like a C3 or a C4 to counter-react if this is like a perfect match for my skin or something. So ended up, because of lack of options, getting C2, which yesterday when I put a little bit of this with this, it actually looked pretty brightening and pretty good. Today I put my foundation all the way up where I usually put my concealer because I don't find that it covered my dark spots the greatest. However, the finish was beautiful on me. It wore wonderfully yesterday. Wonderfully. I do, however, think I may consider getting maybe like the color corrector for dark circles or something like that. Okay, and I got the powder in Fair because I thought that was going to be the best choice for me. And I'm not, this doesn't smell as sweet as what I was thinking it was gonna by the, some of the other reviews I saw. So, yeah, I guess I'll put it this way. Next to the Huda, this doesn't have a smell. But I like that because I'm not about that life. Because usually stuff with scents gives me a migraine. I can tolerate the Huda most days because it also gives you a lovely, lovely finish. Anyway, let's get to playing with these concealers now that I've gabbed your ear off. You're welcome. I'm sure you came here today to have your ear talked off. Okay, so first I went in yesterday with the C6, and I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of reviews. For those of you that are watching me for the first time, I have extremely oily skin. Extremely. So, just as a reference for anyone curious. And we're going to go with, let's see what this little guy does. Maybe? Let's use our finger to start out with. Y'all know I like using my finger to get in all them fine lines. I also usually, I usually do my eyes first, but yesterday's video was longer than I wanted it to be, like a lot longer than I wanted it to be. So I think just filming the face portion of this and then filming some eye tutorials, I think people are going to like that better because it's going to make for shorter videos. Okay, so just kidding. I'm going to use this one because I think I'll use this side for powder and this side to finish blending out my concealer. What I like to do is go in with my finger and get in those fine lines really well, and then go back over it with a sponge to just blend it into my foundation and make it look really, really seamless. Now, another thing I saw was people saying that you had to work with this really, really quickly. I have found, however, that I can do my gabbing that I do and still have time to manipulate it, if that makes any sense. And I, of course, like that because there are those times when I have to stop what I'm doing and tend to Thomas like right then. He's not going to be like, oh, please blend out your concealer and then come take care of my needs. So, I do like that about it. And another thing I can say is, without question, I could leave this just like this. And I think when the summer gets here, this is going to be perfect. You know what I mean? I mean, it really matches my undertones. It does a little brightening, But like I said, it's not, I have my foundation today, so it actually looks great, you know what I mean? But if I did want to lighten this under eye just a little bit, yesterday I dabbed ever so slightly just to add a little, that's my foundation, there it is, just to add a little brightening, you know what I mean? And I thought it looked really, really nice. I thought it brightened everything up. Very nice. Now, I know there was some dramas with the sizing, but almost all the concealers I use make these lines under my eyes look so much more defined, and which is why I got the recommendation, and I've been doing it, of using my finger to smooth out under there. By the end of the day, it looks so crepey under my eyes no matter what concealer I use. And yesterday, it was like half as bad, I guess is the way to say it, and be totally honest, which is amazing for me because in my older age, I am an older person. I'm not real young. I'm about to be 42, so I'm not a kid. I really like that. I really appreciate that about this, and the size won't matter to me as long as it continues to wear that beautifully. That being said, let's tap, and I am trying not to make the same mistake I made with my highlighter. I am trying to keep this puppy closed so I don't have a mess. I just put a little powder in the cap, and yeah, we're going to use the other side. For yesterday, I did one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. I am just going to do the sponge today because I liked that much better because it helped brighten my eyes up even that much more. And this sponge, ooh, this sponge just picked up a ton of powder. So we'll see if this sponge is going to make a difference in how I feel, which is neither here nor there because I'll just use my other sponge because that's the way I roll. And you can see that this fair helps brighten me up as well. So, I mean, yeah. I also seen on some reviews people saying that because this wasn't as finely pressed as the Huda one, that they didn't care for it either. Me, however, my personal experience yesterday, and I used all fresh brushes yesterday. I'm gonna get those same fresh brushes out that I used yesterday so that I'm giving it a shot to perform just like it's supposed to. But yesterday when I used this and I sat my whole face with it, I put a little extra under my eyes for that baking purposes. My makeup, which I don't bake very long, so, but my makeup my makeup went over this powder so beautifully. You know what I mean? And that was another huge plus for me because I like for my powders to allow me to put on my contour, bronzer, cheek blush, etc. seamlessly, and some of them just don't do that, as I'm sure you know. Okay, so now today, without using any primer at all, I do see these lines way more defined, and I'm not sure if it's the sponge or if it's the not wearing any primer. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my face, and I'm going to reapply this with my regular primer that I usually use and my regular sponges. We're going to see if it's a difference. So this, okay, so we are back where we were with this. Yeah, this is much better with my primer on. It's not 100%, but I think that's my fault, and the fact that I got 0 sleep last night. And God himself is the only one miracle in these under eye bags. But I mean, this is my Anastasia light medium contour kit. I'm using that medium shade there. But I mean, I am loving how seamlessly that this makeup, that my makeup goes over this powder. And believe it or not, don't look at my friend. He's been uninvited, which, if you can see, I don't know if it's showing up on camera. God, I hope it isn't. My nose is actually peeling from all the stuff I've been using to try to get rid of my face breaking out. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm guessing the warmer weather is causing my face to freak out. Okay, I'm going to take my Pretty Vulgar bronzer and use that to start the contour on my nose. Just messed up. Got my Pretty Vulgar bronzer going on. And just like my contour, I mean, I just love the way that my bronzer even goes. It just glides right on this powder. So great. I mean, I just absolutely love it. Now, yesterday, per Jeffree Star's advice, I was trying out the Milani blushes, and I just kind of swirled through all of them because they're not the most pigmented blush I've ever used. But I mean, if you work with them, you can get them to show up. I don't know if, I mean, if you like a really, really subtle blush, like almost non-transparent, this is the blush for you. Me, however, I think once I actually start getting that summer tan going on that I inevitably get every year just because it's so sunny in Florida and so hot that I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, I'm not even sure if these are gonna show up on me, but it gives a hint of a blush that you probably can't even see. Okay, before I go in with my highlight, I want to give my face a little spritzeroo because I have really been liking, doesn't work. I have really been liking putting the setting spray before the highlight, which I do have a Milani highlight that I also tried out in yesterday's video that is no longer around. Anyway, I just quickly did my brows with my Iconic brows because I like the way it looks, and I'm hopelessly in love with something like that. That's I can't find something I like. So with the Milani highlighter, I got the Stellar Lights, which comes with Pearl, Golden, and Quartz. Pearl, Golden, and Quartz. Let's do it on top of my hand. That's what they look like. Now these, I really liked. I enjoyed these yesterday. Okay, so I want to see what happens when I take just a little dab of those two colors there and mix them. And just give her a little highlight. Yes. Is that showing up? That is such a beautiful highlight. It's not real blinding, but you can build it up to be real blinding. Like I just did there. When I wanted it more like that. But we're going to have to just make those sides match, aren't we? I love these. These are really nice. The cheek blush, I could have not got the cheek blush, and I would have been much happier. But now that we have it, we are going to attempt to use it for a while till I get too tan to use it. I mean, but when you put the highlight on, I don't know, I guess it comes out a little. Anyway, this is my tutorial using the Jeffree Star concealer and setting powder. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I am going to continue to use these in the future. I really enjoy using them. I'm going to continue using this. I got the mascara for Milani that I'm going to use in my next video, which is the bomb. I'm not disappointed at all with this concealer. See how this eye just looks so much better than this eye today. And like I said, I think it's because I literally got no sleep last night. But all in all, compared to my other concealers that I use, this actually looks 1,000 times better than what it would look like even with my other concealers. So I can't say anything bad about it. And I love the way my the rest of my makeup goes on top of this powder. All in all, I like them. I'm happy I got them. I'm not upset about getting them. Do you have to run out and purchase them? No. Because for one, they're not full coverage. But they're nice coverage. And when I put my foundation up a little higher, it definitely gave a fuller coverage. So I can say that 100%. So that makes a difference. I don't even feel like I need the color corrector now. It brightened my eyes. It's pretty. It's pretty. I can't deny that. But yeah, have a great night or day wherever you are. And from me and Thomas to all of you, lots of love. Tell me if you got the Jeffree Star setting powder and concealer and what you think of it. And tell me if I just don't have a sense of smell, because I don't smell them. And yeah, tell me if you tried these Juno sponges. They apply your foundation like the bomb. I bet if I used liquid contour, I bet I would love it even with a liquid contour because some of these sponges are shaped really cool. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.